Right. So we said if there's an improvement in the terms of trade, an improvement in the terms of trade can be as a result of two things happening. Either there will be an increase in export prices, or there will be a decrease in import prices. Now, if there's an increase in export prices, we said that this will increase the economic welfare because we are earning more for our exports. So whatever we export, we are earning more. The revenue for our exports will increase. And because there's more revenue, obviously we can, from the exports, we can also afford then to import more. So more goods are available and living standards will increase. But in the long run, if prices of exports increase, remember, law of demand, the higher the prices, the lower the quantity demanded. So if our export prices increase, other countries might actually buy less from us. So the volume of our exports might actually decrease, which means less revenue is earned. And in the long run, it could create a loss of welfare. All right. You must be very careful. Read your questions. Look at what they're asking. If they're asking if there's an improvement in the terms of trade, what will the effect be on living standards? You are going to say that living standards will increase. But they can also ask what will be the effect on the balance of payments, or the effect on the current account, or the effect on trade. Okay, this areas in bold, this is what you need to add in your textbook. This was in the test, and this question was very, very poorly answered. We did explain this in class to the classes that have done this, but it's not in your textbook. Okay, so now you have to go and add it in your textbook. All of this, all the stuff in bold, you have to go and add, write it down in your textbook. If there's an increase in export prices, right, what is there going to be the effect on trade? If export prices increase, obviously our exports will decrease. Our stuff is too expensive. Other countries will buy from us less. Right. Improvement in the terms of trade can be as a result of export prices, but it can also be as a result of a decrease in import prices. Now, if they ask you what the effect is on the welfare in the country, if there's a decrease in import prices, it will increase the terms of trade, which means standards of living or welfare in the country will increase. Because import prices are decreasing, we can use whatever revenue we have from our exports, and if our imports becomes cheaper, we are able to afford to import more. And if we import more goods are available, and then obviously standards of living will increase. All right, in the long run, if import prices are really low, what is going to happen though is that people will import more and nobody is going to support local businesses. So if local businesses start struggling to sell their stuff, and then obviously they're going to close down and people are going to lose their jobs, in the long run, this can also reduce living standards. Right. If they ask you what is the effect on trade, the current account, the balance of payments, if there's a decrease in import prices, as I said, when imports becomes cheaper, that means we can afford to import more. Our imports will increase. Right. The overall effect of an improvement in the terms of trade. You have to know that in order for us to have an improvement in the terms of trade, our export prices have to increase and import prices needs to decrease. If export prices increase, it makes exports more expensive. Other countries are not going to buy from us so much anymore, and the volume of our exports will decrease. If import prices decrease, that makes our imports cheaper. So it's more affordable for us to buy from other countries, and the volume of our imports will increase. And if our imports are increasing and our exports are decreasing, more money is going to leave the country, less money is coming into the country, and that can cause a deficit on the current account of the balance of payments.